Hello, my name is Mrs. Thompson. I am a fifth grade teacher at Chapelwood Elementary, and I teach social studies. And I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about two things actually. First, Victor Hugo Greene's The Green Book, and a special stop listed in his book. Victor Greene was a postal worker in Harlem during segregation, and he was very aware of the difficulties of African Americans who were traveling throughout the United States, and they did not always have safe and welcoming places to go. So there was often no place for people to stop and eat or get any of their necessities or places to sleep, or stores that would allow them in. So Hugo Greene saw a need and decided that he was going to do something about it. Hence, he started the Green Book. And the Green Book was a book that was sold and advertised at Exxon gas stations, where they could go in and get services such as gas or food, or have a hotel or places to stay, or if they needed services like haircuts, where African Americans could go while they were traveling. And so one of those special stops was Alberta's Hotel, and that was owned and operated by Alberta Ellis. And the story of Alberta Ellis is that she was a Black girl boss who already had a successful business and was a traveler, and she had experienced the difficulties of traveling and not having places to be able to stop and stay the night or get gas or get food. And one of those major routes that African Americans struggled with was Route 66, which stretched from Springfield, Missouri, all the way to California. And that was about 1,400 miles where African Americans had nowhere to stop. They didn't have anywhere to stay overnight. And so it was just a very tumultuous drive. And so she decided after experiencing that she was going to do something about it. And so she pulled together $10,000 cash and went to an auction and beat out everybody there and purchased a former hospital. And she turned that hospital into Alberta's Hotel. And Alberta's Hotel was a place of respite, so that people could stop and get a nice place to stay overnight. She offered food. She also had services where they could get their hair cut. And so she created a space that just was not an opportunity before. And it was one of the last stops in Missouri before they had to make that long journey all the way to California, when people were choosing to make that trip. Um, and so she was one of those stops. And because of that, she was able to have some of the people, such as Nat King Cole and some of the early Globetrotters, even stay in her space, because even though there were entertainers and they were well known, they still were African Americans and were not welcome to stay in some of the luxury places that they maybe had performed at. And so this is the story of Alberta Ellis and Victor Hugo Greene's The Green Book. And we tip our hats to those entrepreneurs. You have a good day, guys.